Hello, this Tim Tech. I can't speak today. This is Tim from Tech Artist. Well, I'm back. Well, this time I'm also just going to be doing. Well, I'm just going to be doing general stuff today. Just simple drawing and all that. So let's see. Those are the ones that I have laid out. I'm going to open one more. This time it might be long, but I'm most likely going to finish around 12. So those who are joining or will be joining, well, I'm only going to be drawing till 12. I have to get some sleep too, even though I just go to sleep at 2 a.m. It's a natural occurrence. Hard to really go towards that. And I'm also still working on my own language because I still have that in the works. I've just been so unmotivated for multiple different reasons. Because... yeah, nice. But I've been drawing... Well, I've been writing diaphragm for so long, so... all of that stuff will get accumulated into something later on. And, of course, more shorts. Alright, let's get back to this. Drawings, no, not that. Digital. Desfa, Corieste, moderate, sticker reproduction, and stream. Projects, Chain by Fate. Chain by Fate, still working on. I feel like let's just work on that today. Enough of everything else. Alright, so let's see. Got the main character sitting in the chair. Let's fix a little bit of him. Yeah. Alright. So number 90? No. The eyes need to be fixed. Okay. The main part, lovely. Let's turn that off. Alright. Let's fix him up. Okay. So let's fix him up. Turn off the background. Let's see. Let's see. Drafts, background, layer 6. Good. Alright. Now that we have all that out of the way, let's fix him up. Take off the effects for the moment. And let's adjust him. So let's see. I feel like he needs a better shirt. I'm not the best at drawing men. Probably because I've been drawing women most of the time anyway. So let's see. Let's look at my sketchbook. For Chain by Fates. No, that's Corieste. Where did I put Chain by Fates? Ah. Like always, it hides from me. Corridazen. Let's see. Alright. Since you can't really see exactly what I'm looking at, let's actually put it on the screen. Let's see. Document camera. Light. Right. Alright. Here we are. Focus. Alright, let's see. Focus. There we go. You can see. But no, let's see. Corridazen, age 248. Teresa, Tess. Sketch of what I'm doing for this one. These are my storyboards, so let's do this one. I like his hairstyle a little bit better. Alright. So let's go back to the tablet. Let's make this a little bit smaller. I need more control over this. Okay, good. I do want his eye showing though. It just adds more emphasis on what I'm trying to find. There we go. Of course, I'm not going to draw his style will change. It's just during the first sort of initiation of this character, I'm going to basically just draw him as he is. For now, at least. So, let's... Okay, mostly just doing that as a bit of a guide. No. Let's do this. There we go. It's always just careful planning in every sense, so. Because you can't really see most of him. I'm mostly just drawing the basic parts of the character, just so that he doesn't look so blank. Okay. I do change up the character just a little bit more, so just to give him a little bit more of a look. But I think this is... There we go. And of course, it takes quite a... Oh, you can't even see! Not again. Just a moment. You can't even see what's going on. Alright, display, window capture, display. There we go. Say okay. There we go. You couldn't even see for a moment. Sorry about that. It's like I could do that, or... Yeah. I feel like for comics, it's better just to be simple. Alright. But yeah, this is a comic that I've been trying to get ready and done. It's just taken a while because, well, I have no help. Well, I do have help, but the thing is, my help is slightly preoccupied with other help of other sorts and stuff, and yeah, just being anybody is hard because there's always going to be something. Okay, so let's see, curve that out. Yeah, a little bit of that. And there we go. All right. Okay. I'm gonna just do this because it'll look a lot classier. And then need to fix a little bit of everything I need to sort of work on. So let's see right here. So let's see. So he has his hands mostly outward. So some of this you will not really see. Other parts. So let's fix the hand a bit. Like right here. Because men's hands are not very sharp in any sense of the word, so whenever you're drawing their their fingernails, you're gonna have to ignore a lot of it. His finger looks so tiny there, for no reason. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I'm not the best at drawing hands. Don't blame me. I have my moments, and then there are times when I just don't draw very well with anything. And sometimes it's just good to copy and paste. So take this, and copy, paste, Command T, flip the image, drag it over here. It just makes it so I don't have to redo it. Enter, brush, eraser, erase this part. And we're done there. Alright. So now we have this layer, which is the main layer. Okay, let's continue drawing this out. If anybody has any opinions or suggestions of what I should do on this, feel free to leave them in the comments or just put them in the chat when this is a live stream or not. Let's see. That's a little corner. And this a little bit that way. Kind of just do that. And with this, there's always going to be some form of exaggeration. See, general shirt, and then the pants, yeah. I don't take pride in drawing most things like this. So I usually do not. Some things end up being very rectangular, so that's just one of the instances on that. Now his shoes, they're the huge issue here. So, because I have his shoes, there are a few things. And I'm just looking at a block diagram, well, just making his shoes, his ankles and the ends. So let's see. If we do more of a block-like look, I'm going to have to round the tips here. And then right here, I'm going to curve down And just reveal this is striped. And then the heel, we're going to make it subtle, so it's going to just be a small arch. And this is going to be more curved at the end right here. I'm just doing something very, very generic. Not so much name brand. But I don't go off of any references in this case. I go off of memory. So. Yeah, I don't want to do that again, so let's actually do this. Take out this, and that, and this, and do this. Take out a bunch of this line right here, and let's do the marquee. And copy, paste, Command T, flip the image, adjust it to the other side, like so. And voila. Erase this part. I'm going to adjust this. And to rotate a little bit, because I want his foot to sort of intersect, but at the same time just go a little bit further down, so right around here, mostly because I don't want to be drawing the whole sock. Erase this part. Every part is integral to the piece of resistance. But there we go. Two shoes that look more natural than what I had before. So, there we go. And then let's see. We're not going with blue cardigans, we're going more towards the line of a more beige-like shirt, so a brown. So let's see, character gray. Yeah, no. I'm gonna take all these right here, put them in my draft folder. I like to keep everything just in case. Let's group these together, duplicate the group. Okay. Layer 92 goes back to drafts as well. And then merge group. Where are you, merge? There we go, merge group. Alright, and then for this one, let's get rid of layer 92. Delete. And we'll put group 4 into drafts. We're not ready for the background yet. We're still working on the character. So now that we have the outline ready and done, oops, not ready for the color yet. Still working on the character, piece by piece. Right. Yeah, these are more my mistakes of leaving all this in. Let me go ahead and take those out, because I need to do one last thing, and that would be undoing the merge. There we go. Alright. Dress. Okay. So in outline, where is it? Layer 93? Nope, layer 94. Okay. Let's delete that one. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Merge layer again. Well, merge group. Alright. Now let's fix this once again. Let's fix it. There we go. Erase this part. Fix a few areas here. Don't want it to be too muscular. Just giving the essence of a semi-fit build. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we work on the outfit and the coloring. So now that we have the right style we're looking for, we now start with coloring him. And you can do a few things like, you could just go to fill and just fill this. But, brush. Of course, you would have to do the selection first. And I need a bigger brush. There we go. On Photoshop, this is practically the only way to do it. And yeah, there are other things that I wanted to do for this, but I wanted his shirt to at least be beige, because, well, that's the easiest way to do anything here. Make everything beige. But I haven't really told you about my this story. The thing is, he comes from a post-apocalyptic world. He's not really looking for love or anything like that at the current moment, even though I will be putting a love story in there. Let's see. Got beige. We need a little bit of light blue for the moons. Actually, the moons are going to be in blue and in white because it'll differentiate between the colors. There we go. Well, the beige looks more green to me. Yeah. What can you do? I can always fix it later, but you'll always know. Good. Alright, let's adjust this. Image adjustment. Color balance. More yellow. More red. Highlights. More yellow. More red. Shadows. More yellow. More red. Now it's just more yellow than anything else. Let's see, shadows. Actually, I kind of like that look a little bit. Not too bad. But I kind of like it off-white in its own way. Image adjustments, brightness, contrast, brightness. Just one of those ones that I want almost completely white, if possible. Alright, now we got that. We go into deeper browns. Let's work on his skin a little bit. What will he look like? Let's see. For his skin, for him, that's actually too dark. I'm wanting to go a little bit lighter than that. So let's do image adjustments, brightness, contrast. I used my other screen to actually see the right contrast. A little bit less contrast. No, cancel that. Image adjustments. Hue, saturation. Saturation. Just makes him look a little bit darker. Lightness. let's make him look. No. Let's see. Simple colors. Let's look at this. It needs to just be lighter. Yeah, that'll work. I don't want him to be too dark. He didn't have a tan yet. And yes, I do watch Doctor Who, and it's like, spoilers. Everything's much more so of a spoiler than anything else. Alright, so skin. And it's always good to label what each layer is. Shirt main. And this one. Crescent symbol. Lower. Crescent. Symbol. Upper. And that's the outline. So, right above the shirt main, we just need these to be more yellow than green. There we go. There's that. And then the other symbol. Oh, there's so much going on this shirt. But hey. And I just need red. There we go. And there we have the top part of him. Now we deal with the rest of him. Because we still have the shoes, the pants. Alright, so let's work on the pants. Other logo. Alright, so below the shirt and above the skin, actually in this it won't matter too much, so we're just going to do it below. And yes, I will need to clean up some areas. We're just going to keep his pants more blue. Because why not? And there we go. Alright. And still no one in shot, but I draw for myself sometimes. It is a lonely ride. Alright. Now that we have that, let's work on these socks, which I think a bit of a turquoise would work for the socks. And turquoise is hard to print. I know. I've been printing multiple things with turquoise. And it is one of the hardest things that you could ever get printed. Because each shade, on some printers and whatnot, you'll get a really, really blue turquoise. And then on other printers, you'll just get this flat, unsaturated turquoise that pops up. Alright, enough of that. But yeah, no, turquoise is a hard color to just implement in the first place. Alright, and now we have the shoes, which will be going above the socks. And of course, I'm not really focusing too much on this right now, because I do want to get the nice look of the shoe. It's like, you like it? It's Italian. No. It's not Italian, it's Fauché. A very old brand that doesn't exist anymore. But there's probably a look-alike somewhere. Because it is still part of couture. And this world likes to repeat itself. And yes, I mean this world. Not again. Always, always, right? Let's go to darker brown. If any type of shoe, they're brown, they have a main part. If you get really nice shoes, they have one that is really brown and one that is not as brown but still considered part of the shoe. There we go. We need to go right here because we need to add the accent pieces to the shoe itself, like right here. Because I'm not drawing the stitching right now. And there we go. The accent pieces are done. So now that we have the shirt, the pants, and now we just need to fix his skin. Alright, so on the skin, I didn't want his skin to be too dark, but I also didn't want it to be too light either. Because I'm going to have to go over this later. But once you draw one hand, you don't really need to draw the other. You just copy the one hand that you've perfectly made, and voila, you have your hands done. Okay, got that. Now we need the hair, which, let's see, I never did say what hair he had, but he has a dark brown like I do. Of course, it is really hard to just put hair and all that on there, but let's see. Real life hair is hard in general. That's why I paint, because the hair is always the trickiest part when ever dealing with digital artwork. Usually. I have no issue with it, but everybody has their part that they have ultimately the hardest time doing anything with. I kind of get stuck in procrastination and all that stuff. There we go. We're all human, by the way, so it's not like I'm not doing anything during any point in time. I'm trying to work on multiple different projects, but because so many ideas are floating in my head, I don't get anything done because of the fact I look at projects left and right, and when in doing so, I don't tend to ignore it. It's just, I think about it, it just doesn't register to me. And it irritates me every single time I think of that as well. So let's go back to the outline. Oops. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright. And yeah, while I'm at it, might as well just add the dot. And then the white behind the eyes. Go back down here. Go to skin. But with men, you do not want to overdo the eyelashes either. It'll just hurt in the end. Okay. And with his eyes, they're more of bluish, grayish, turquoise. And because his eyes are so small at this point, I'm not going to really do too much detail. Just enough to where it shows exactly what I'm trying to do. That, and do this on top of that. Okay, let's erase that real quick. At least that's easy enough to erase. And I have to be very, very smart on this, so I can't add too much. There we go. And I don't have to do really much. So now that I have the character, I can put back in the effects in the background, and then just add the shading on him, and he'll be finished. But he looks more natural in his environment now. But the thing is, with any sort of colors, I want my characters to stand out. So he stands out, right? Because the thing is, even though I am drawing something that is very, very artistic in one way or another, I want every part of him to actually show. So I want him to, even though he is the main character, I don't want it so that he gets faded into obscurity. And there are very many things where it's like I want to show exactly what the character is going for. And yes, I go through multiple different steps. So I'm working on this comic very, very slowly, but the thing is, I'm working on it in order to make ends meet, find the right people, get a group of artists to help me. I think everybody's looking for that, but no, really, in sincerity, I'm looking for people to actually help me. That they won't get paid until this is done, but or until we at least get a following of some sort. But I'm doing this step by step, and each part of all of what I'm doing is going to be replicated across, because right here, there are multiple parts where I'm just going to be copying multiple parts of this. So this one is going to be copied to this one, but I'm also going to show his family of his wife and his children. So I'm going to show the fact that he's here, his wife's here, his two children, both the boy and the girl. And then gonna have to figure out that soon, because one step at a time, but I work on bits and pieces. Because now that I've almost finished this scene right here, this scene is almost done. The last part that I need to do is the shading on him, and then he is finished. Well, for the moment. I still have to redo him one more time. It's been a long day, though. But yeah, I'll have to redo him one more time in this area right here. I'll have to copy this exact throne, take it over here, and put it into place, and then but in this scene, he's going to be closing his eyes. So his eyes will be just a sliver. But I will be taking him from one scene to another scene to another scene. Because, of course, if I can copy something, wouldn't you do just the same? Just to save a little bit of time? And then this right here, this part will remain the same. So I'm not going to change this. I may make it a little bit more faded, but I will not change that. And then same thing with this. Because he's thinking all of this in his head. So I'm trying to make it so that it's a little bit easier to understand. And then here's faded again. A couple black screens with words. Then fade into reality. And then we have this gorgeous woman that is... And she will be the one that... Let's go back to the document camera. So, she's the Raknita. And she is both male and female. Veramosa is another one that I will be showing you a little bit later. You will not see Veramosa until the next scene. There we go. So you will not see Veramosa until the next scene. Yeah, she's 59. Korita-zen is 248. When Korita-zen first meets Raknita, she is 408. 408. So, about 200 years older than Korita-zen. And then we got Tez, which is a male that has long hair. There we go. And then Ferisa, which is female. She's 27. Tess is 79. And then Chain by Fate. We got the logo for Chain by Fate here. I'm going to be working on it a little bit, but hopefully I can get everything up and ready, because my job is to get this done, because I've been procrastinating on this for too long. I started this and it's been a couple of years. It's been since 2019. Since I first started on Korita-zen, when I first thought it up. I was angry at the time. I was thinking of my dad and my sister, the grievances and the chains on me. So, thus came Chain by Fate. But, yeah, no. But, no, this is one of the things that I am working on at Fairchecked, Twitter, now called X, and then we move on to scene 2, the introduction, and I'll be doing bit by bit of this, but there's Veramosa again. I have to constantly, Veramosa Panchel, and then Korita-zen Zenrith. Draknita, you don't know her last name. Oh, wait, there it is. Draknita Erisata Norvannikt. And Drakni Vesal Norvannikt. and then some other characters that I'm going to introduce him into episode 16, which is still in the works. And then another character that I'm working on too. She's an elf, if you can't see by her ears. But yeah, no, this is the other part of scene 2, and I'm just working on all the different things I'll be showing. And then these are just simple guidelines I go to. So the storyboard is a little bit lackluster. It's just my version of a storyboard. And then I polish it like a gem. And it's like, you pass! But, no. But yeah, this whole story... So, let's go to the main camera. So this whole story of Chained by Fate came across me one night when I was, it's like, this happened, let's see, it didn't happen in 2019. Actually, yeah, it did. So in 2019, I got really frustrated on both my sister and my dad. But the thing is, that night, I wrote down on, actually, no, it wasn't 2019, it was 2020. But no, I got really frustrated that night, and so I could not sleep. And I sort of had a half dream saying this whole story. And the thing is, I haven't even written down everything that I already knew of this story. Once I wrote it down, I knew exactly what the characters, all that stuff. Some people do have those times where it's like, you know the characters, you know the story, you know each and every bit of their backgrounds until their death. There are some people that actually get that from a story. But the thing is, what I wanted to do with Chained by Fate is something very, very, very complicated. And yes, I did say very, very a lot. But no, Chained by Fate is more of my creative look on everything. So I'm going to show you something real quick. And I'm going to say exactly what my story is. So let's go back to the tablet screen. So here is Chained by Fate. Revision 4. Out of the many 26 revisions, here thus say. So, Scene 1. I am alone here in this castle. I've watched as my kingdom and civilization wither away in front of me. Not even my companion is at my side any longer. Now I am here, on the last day that this world will stand, waiting. But for what? No other soul is left to share my burden, or is it a curse? As I sit upon the throne of my empty kingdom, I look and remember of the many people who'd gather here as I would answer their quandaries. My wife and children would be at my side as I governed, and let them play with the children of their age that would visit from time to time. There are thrones that sit beside me, where my family once sat, and now it waits for another as this world grasps for straws. Soon enough, I fell into a deep slumber. upon my throne where I lay. Then I start to hear a voice saying, "Is this really how you wish to end it? Alone?" I took a moment to ponder. I'm the last one, right? Were there more who'd survive the fate of my world? I have to ask. I thought that I was the last one, I responded with anticipation. You are. I too had the same thing dealt to me once long ago. As I am not the first, you are not the last. They answered in kind. Then who might you be? I replied, not expecting what would be said. I am the Lord and Lady that guards the gates between the worlds that have seen their end. I am neither male nor female, but I can be both, either or neither, they said in a sincere manner. Why did they call for me? I'm not important, aren't I? Why me? I said, not knowing for the answer that would come. I ask for you from this dying world to help those who have suffered like you and prevent those who are about to, they said, and they asked kindly. Just let me be and suffer my own fate, I said, trying to go back to my solitude. After that I heard nothing, not a peep or a whisper, but when I opened my eyes, they were there in front of my throne. I was stunned and couldn't move an inch. Then they said, let's begin again. And then here's scene 2. But that is the scene I'm working on right now. And then the introduction is scene 2. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek this time. I'm truly sorry that we got on the wrong foot, but I was just curious of how you might respond, they said with a playful manner. Unfamiliar of people after so long, I was still frozen in place, but also waiting for what else they might say. Then they responded once more. I see that you are a bit frozen because of my sake, but let me introduce myself. For I am Drachnida, a being of the night, and has lived to help people left in dystopian realities. Drachnida paused for a moment, looking at their list. You must be Koridazan, correct? I nodded as I was apparently getting interviewed. Good. Now let me show you a way that you can help. Follow me this way, they said, reaching out their hand. I did initially grab it, thinking that I had nothing left to lose, but I had a feeling that this was only the start to the craziness that would follow. As I followed Drachnida, evidently looking like a girl in this current moment, pulled me along into a doorway that looked as if I was walking into thin air. Once I entered, I noticed that we were no longer on my planet anymore, but it looked like we were transported to some business building, just like a job interview. There are 2 chairs opposing each other, and a desk between them. Drachnida then let go of my hand and said, Well, my job here is done for now. I'll see you later if everything goes well. I hope my boss doesn't rattle you too much. They waved their hand with a smile as they said goodbye for now. Dracnita was probably thinking that I was in for it. But who knows? I don't know much about them, yet I feel like I got the roundabout treatment with all of this. But something still felt off about this. It felt more like a prank than an opportunity that was being given to me. However, I was still intrigued by their offer. It still had me scared a bit of what might be coming. Now was the time to wait and see what their boss wanted to see me for. So that was the second scene. I'm still working on the first, so I'm working on the first. Once I finish the first, I'll be working on the second, and then after the second, I'll be working on the third. Because I'm trying to get all these at least pushed out forward, because once I finish these, it'll give me time to work on my other parts and pieces. But no, in order for me to start doing the comic, I have to finish everything I have written down so far, then write some more, then flesh out that part, then write some more, then flesh out that part. Within the next month, I'm going to try to at least finish this all the way to the end of what I have written, because it needs to be done. And then scene 3 is the start, where I introduce Veramosa, which I showed you earlier of what she looked like. Let's see. I'll introduce Veramosa, and then basically the papers of the other people on the list, and whatnot and so forth. Because I haven't even mentioned all the other people that are on the list. And then, but whenever I do anything, I go all out and write the whole story. I write the whole vision, the universe, and whatnot. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to implement both Koreazen, not this story, Chained by Fate, but I have other stories that are in pre-phase, not really alpha, not gamma, not fully fleshed out either. The Cursed Witch is somewhat fleshed out. I'm still working on the bits and pieces, the little baubles, but no. But yeah. But next time I will be working on these a little bit more. I just wanted to at least show you a little bit of that, just so that when I start next time, you're not like, what was this? When did you do this? Well, you'll probably still say that, but I really do hope everybody has a good night or good morning, and off with your day. No, but this is Tim from Tech Artist. Let's say main camera. So this is Tim from Tech Artist. I'll be signing off, and I do hope everybody has a nice night. Enjoy your weekend, or soon to be weekend. Not quite weekend, but hey. I will be doing this for the rest of this week. And then starting next week, I will be focusing on a multitude of many different things. So I do hope everybody has a nice, nice night. And a good morning too. If this doesn't pop up in your stream, that's fine. If this pops up later, and you wish to watch it later, I don't mind. I just enjoy if people start viewing everything, but what can you do? I will say sayonara for tonight, or viadaram, zirub, palego, dereshne. No. Arrivederci. Alright, well, this is Tech Artist 41 signing off for tonight. Thanks for joining, and I do hope to see you guys next time. And I'll be trying to do a little bit more creative stuff in the future. I will be starting my podcast very soon, but I don't know when exactly. But I will also be doing a podcast for even just my generic stuff like Chained by Fate. Well, it's not really generic, it's more of very complicated in its own sense. But I will actually be reading Chained by Fate from the first one to the second one to the third one, like I did tonight. I just wanted to get a feel exactly what I was going towards. But the thing is, I took out a lot of words to do the first scene. So scene 1, his castle, I took out so many words that they're only simple and choice words. I'm here alone on the final day. I've watched as my kingdom rose and fell, but it has been 10 years since that day. There's no soul left in this world to share this burden. My family sat here. Oh, right. You can't really see it. There we go. My family sat here in this castle and governed by my side. My children would play around with the other children in the kingdom regardless of status. The thrones in which they used to sit upon remain empty as if waiting for another to claim them. As I ponder of the many things, I close my eyes, knowing that this world has little time left before it is gone for good. But how soon? Corita Zen falls asleep. Is this really how you wish to end it? Who is that? I thought I was the last one. You are. I am not from your world. In my past, I was dealt a similar fate to yours. As I am not the first, you are not the last. Then who might you be? For I am the Lord and Lady that guards the gates to the worlds that have seen their end. Neither am I male, nor am I female. However, I can be both or either. Why me? I'm not important, aren't I? I ask for you from this dying world to help others that have suffered like you, or about to. Just leave me alone to suffer my own fate. I waited to hear something, but I heard neither a peep nor a whisper. Let's begin again. And then, there we go. So, that'll be the whole scene from start to finish. Of course, I'm going to really deck this out a little bit. This part right here, this looks fine. It's like, he looks fine right there. So, I still have to work on fleshing all of this out, because all of this is still a work in progress. But No, I just wanted to at least show you that real quick. But hope everybody has a good night, and this is Tech Artist 41 signing off for today. Thanks for joining, or about to join, or joining in the future. Well, hope to see you next time. Yeah, this is Tech Artist signing off. Thanks for joining.